Sir, everything ready, sir. We can start, sir.
Julius sir, start பண்ணிடலாம் சார்.
5 more minutes இருக்கா சார்?
இருக்கட்டும். வெயிட் தான்.
10.
ஓகே, ஆமா 10:30 கரெக்டா. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பெருசா. கரெக்ட்.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Tamil Nadu State Council for Technical Education, it is my privilege and honor to welcome the Commissioner of Technical Education for this one-day seminar on EV technology and EV policy. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the learned engineering fraternity, the principals of all polytechnic colleges. I also extend a warm welcome to the students who have joined this program through the YouTube link we have provided. I am duty bound to welcome Professor SUGUMARAN, our resource person, who is well known to all of us.
Oh, okay, sir.
He
Yes.
is the principal in charge of RAMAKRISHNA Mission Polytechnic College. He is well versed in this electrical vehicle technology and policy, and he has done a faculty development program recently at NITTR. And it's my humble request to listen attentively with rapt attention. Feel free to interact, and your feedback will be much appreciated. I now request Professor SUGUMARAN to take over.
Thank you, Julius sir. So thank you very much for all the participants. Welcome all the participants. This is a capacity building program organized by the Tamil Nadu State Council for Technical Education. I have to thank our respected Commissioner, sir, of Directorate of Technical Education and the Member Secretary of the Tamil Nadu State Council Technical Education. I have to thank the coordinators, Mr. Rafiq and Julius, sir, from Tamil Nadu State Council for Technical Education. Then SPCU coordinator, Madam, and Mr. Anandan for this online streaming arrangements. Thank you. So, we already aware about electrical vehicle technology and EV policies. It plays a vital role in the vehicle sectors, transportations, mainly. Why we are focusing on the electrical vehicle technology? What is a support system provided by the governments, both central and state governments, will be discussed in this one-day seminar. So we are all aware of that the existing transportation model is conventional vehicles, mostly IC engines, have an environmental impact in the area of emissions. Mainly carbon dioxide and the greenhouse gases are released from the petroleum engines. Then quality of air is also disturbed. There is pollutions, lot of pollutions beyond carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and the particles. Then major thing is the depletion of the resources, fuels, fossil fuels. These are all the major important impact. We want to look into the alternate sources for the transportation, because vehicle population is more nowadays. We cannot avoid vehicles. So we have to find the alternate ways and means for the vehicle sectors. That is why our government as well as technical people are focusing towards the electrical vehicles. So this is the same. So statistics, one of the statistics, the available reserves of petroleum products may be end on another 30 years. So we want to get oil resources, then the existing reserves, all the reserves also cannot be used for the petroleum products because of the various parameters, densities and other properties. Then gas, another 40 years, it may exist. Then gold and other things may exist up to 70 years. This is the statistics. So now we have to reserve the existing reserves of the petroleum products for the next generations. That is why we are focusing on the e-vehicle technology. Starting to the annual energy output statistics, the world energy demand will grow 1/3 from 2025. So we are expecting the energy requirements are more. Mainly the major fossil fuels, consumption of fossil fuels around 40%, 30 to 40% we are using for the transportations. And another thing is China and India consumes lot of petroleum products because our vehicle population is more. Around 30% to 40% of the world consumption we are consuming. Unfortunately, our reserves are very low compared with the world available. That is why the efforts has been taken to promote the electrical vehicles and a lot of improvements in the fuel efficiency. Recently, we seen that BS6 is implemented mainly for the emission control, reduction of emissions. So a lot of technological improvement is also coming in the existing IC engines also. So major focus is given for the electrical vehicles. So it is a mandatory thing. It's a right time. We want to find the alternative fuels and advancements in the transportation infrastructure. That is why we are going for the electrical vehicles. So what is electrical vehicle? We are already aware about electrical vehicle. We will see one video. What is the basic functions of the electrical vehicle? So electrical vehicles are denoted as EVs. It requires IC engines. It do not require IC engines. Instead of that, it requires electric power. How it functions, you can see from the video. So in the electrical vehicles, streaming strength flow work, sir. Another.
One sec, sir.
Another video streaming flow. Video stream. One minute, 2 minutes videos.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, while sharing you have to check both the video and audio check buttons, sir.
Yes.
Before
So
sharing.
audio கிடையாது, only video.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. Okay, so you can play, sir. You can play, sir. Or you can stop and once again share, sir.
Because of the live stream, YouTube streaming, video play ஆகலையோ.
Maybe, sir. System speed up, sir.
அவங்க check பண்ணி.
If you could send the URL, I can play it from here, sir.
So I have edit these files.
Let me check it, sir.
Anybody joined in YouTube?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can go, sir.
Yes. So electrical vehicle is known as EVs. It does not require IC engines. The power, it is powered by the electrical motor instead of the IC engines. The electrical motor gets power from a controller, which regulates the amount of power required based on the accelerations. The battery is used for the current. It's almost like automatic parts. The power converted from the DC battery to the AC motor based with the controller. Based on the accelerations, the controller changes the frequency of AC power from the inverter to the motor. Then motor is connected with the drive to the wheels, to turn the wheels. When the brake is applied on the motor, the alternator, the motor becomes an alternator and the power is sent back to the battery. This is the principle of the electrical vehicles. So you will understand that instead of IC engines, the motor is used to drive the vehicle. The motor is controlled by the controller by changing the frequency of the AC power. It is act as an inverter while driving. While applying brake, it acts as a generator. There are different types of electrical vehicles available. One is battery electrical vehicles. We are all aware about fully battery operated. EVs are fully electrical vehicles and the battery powers. It is directly plugged into the electrical power sources for charging. This is a vehicle. So only chargers are available, onboard chargers are available. Completely pack is available to give the energy, power to the drive. Another type of vehicle is plug-in hybrid vehicles. In the plug-in hybrid vehicles, both electrical power as well as IC engines are available. IC or gasoline engines are available. We can use simultaneously, either battery power or fuel power. We can use both based on our requirements. We can have the alternative drives in the plug-in hybrid. In the plug-in hybrid, charging port is available, onboard chargers are available. Whereas in the hybrid, it is also having both IC engines as well as motor powers. But the thing is, here the battery cannot be charged on board. So charged batteries can be kept inside the vehicle, and our IC engines or gasoline engines can be used. The thing is, this can be used parallelly or series. If it is parallel, from the battery pack, the electrical motor gets the power and it will transfer to the vehicle, like the wheels to turn for the driving purposes, or any fuel which is used as a source for the IC engines which drives the motor. Alternatively, we can use. Whereas in series, we can use the IC engines to charge the batteries. The battery will take care of the drive of the system, any one system. So mostly the electric drives are used for these purposes. So charged batteries are used here. Further charging, the IC engines are used in the series. This is the major difference of the electrical vehicles. Then another advancements in the EV sectors, fuel cells, where hydrogen fuel cells are used to generate electricity. That power is used to drive the electrical motor. The byproduct of the fuel cells is the water vapor only. That is why the emission and the pollutions are completely minimized. But the thing is, when we use hydrogen, it is a highly inflammable material. It has no odor, no smell and all. That is why it is very difficult to identify the existence of the hydrogen. So, a lot of research work is going on to improve the technology. But it is a proven technology, it is used. The fuel cells are stored in the tank. From there, it transfers to the back from the batteries. Then it goes to the drive to drive the vehicles. So we can use this as another vehicle. So you can see what is the top major electrical vehicles, because 2019 only our government take initiatives in the policies and other things. So after that, there is a lot of penetrations. You can see the best electrical vehicles, the latest technologies, the latest vehicles available from these websites. Its current status is given in this website, best cars available. Subaru, Solento, then Toyota is having another vehicle, battery operated, Volkswagen. So all major OEMs, all major original equipment manufacturers, then Volkswagen, Infinity, then Polestar, Cadillac, Renault pickup trucks also, then Aston Martin. These are all the Audi, BMW. These are all the top best EVs available. You can see, browse these websites, you can see what is the features available, what is the technology improvements in these sectors. Coming to India, there are a lot of new vehicles. Electric cars in India. The current status is given. You can see from the varieties available, almost all the OEMs in India started manufacturing electrical vehicles or hybrid vehicles. Tata has given around 10 varieties of EVs in the market. Then MG plays a vital role in the market. You can see the weight and the configurations of the electrical cars. So Tata Punch, MG, Tata Nixon, Mahindra, Tata Tiago, Kia, Hyundai, BYD. BYD is playing a major role, equivalent to Tesla. They are competing with the Tesla. Then MG, Audi e-tron, Rolls-Royce. The higher end vehicles is also available. Citroen C3. It is manufactured in Tamil Nadu. They have the production unit through Jaguar, BYD, Volvo, BMW. There are so many varieties of vehicles available in Indian market as on today. So there are a lot of updates. Lot of things has to be, then rates is also available. You can see various hybrid vehicles. Recently, Maruti Suzuki launched the Grand Vitara, the Diaco, right, Innova, High-Crash, varieties. Like various vehicles are various varieties. Maruti also. So almost all the major OEMs are coming into market. They have the varieties. You can see the comparisons of the EVs. Only thing is comparing with the as a customer or a stakeholder, comparing with the rate prices, only the customers are hesitating to go for the EVs. It is a major impact. Now a lot of efforts has been done to improve the price reductions in the vehicles. You can see the major components of the electrical vehicles. Coming to the technology, these are all the major components, mainly electric motor and drive systems. Then battery pack, DC-DC converters. Then thermal systems and the chargings. These are all the major components and technologies we must aware about. So you will see the important components of the electrical vehicles. So motor plays a vital role. It is a primary component responsible for converting electrical energy from the battery into mechanical energy, which drives the wheels. We already know about some of the motors available, different types of motors available. DC motors, BLDCs, induction motors, permanent motors, switched reluctance motors. What is the main requirement of the electrical vehicle motors? What is the requirements? These are the top 5 requirements. In that area, lot of research works are carried out. The power and the torque, which is a primary requirement of an electrical drive. Then efficiency of the motor. Then rating and regulating the voltage and currents. Then cooling methods, management, thermal management. Then size and the method, the technology behind the drive. These are the important things. A lot of innovations are currently going on. Addition to the conventional motor drives, axial flux motors, switching reluctance motors, and the integrated motor drive systems are under development. This will improve the performance of the EV and reduces the weight and the cost of the electrical bike. This is our area, major research works are carried. Drive systems, it is responsible for control and manage the electrical motor that propels the vehicle. The motor drive, also known as a controller or inverter, it plays a crucial role in converting electrical energy from the battery into the mechanical energy required for the wheels. It plays a key role in enhancing overall vehicle performance, efficiency, and reliability. This is one drive, single speed transmission drive. This is mostly used in the other vehicles. Motor plus transmission systems. That's a single speed transmission. Because it has a high torque even at low speeds. That is the main thing. Then instant torque delivery. There is from maximum torque from 0 RPM. There is advantages. Then simplicity and the reduced maintenances. It have a very good adaptive transmissions control. Because of these things, the single speed transmission systems are used as a drive. The functions of the drive. Power conversion. Yes. The DC power from the battery should be converted through the inverter into the AC power to drive the vehicle. It should have the function of power conversion. Then control, motor control. It controls the speed and torque by adjusting the frequency and amplitude of the AC power. Then regenerative braking. During braking, motor drive reverses its operations. It acts as the generator. It converts kinetic energy into electrical energy, which charges the batteries. Then efficiency optimization. It is designed to operate efficiently across the all ranges of speed and loads. Integration with vehicle control system. Lot of vehicle control systems are available in electrical vehicles. It receives the signals from the ECU, electronic control units, and adjusts the motor parameter based on the driving conditions. Then fault detection and diagnostics. It includes diagnostic features to monitor the health of the motor and overall systems. The issues such as overcurrent, over temperature, and other malfunctions. These are identified, then allowing for timely maintenance or shutdown to prevent the further damages to the vehicle. These are all the major functions of the electric drive that is applicable in the electrical vehicles sectors. Then another important part is DC-DC converter. It manages the power flow between the different electrical systems. Because in electrical vehicles, but not only for transmission, a lot of auxiliary devices are used. So the power from the battery, high voltage battery, should be varied to the requirement of the auxiliary systems. So this place, the DC-DC converter, manages the power flow and convert the high voltage DC current from the traction battery into the lower voltage DC current for the auxiliary systems within the vehicle. And it enables the seamless integration of various electrical systems, ensuring efficient power supply and optimum performance in the auxiliary components. The primary functions of the DC-DC converters are voltage conversion. Yes, from the traction battery, it has a high voltage, but many auxiliary systems such as lights, sensors, infotainment systems requires a low voltage. So DC-DC converter converts the high voltage into low voltage based on the requirement of the auxiliary systems. DC-DC converters step down the high voltage to the lower by using the buck and the boost converters. Then power distributions, it ensures efficient power distribution to the various components and the systems. There are systems available, management systems are available. Through that, it ensures the supply power distributions as per the requirement of the systems to avoid the other issues. And it maintains a stable and reliable operations of the auxiliary systems. Another function, isolation and regulations. It has a feature to isolate the high voltage battery from the low voltage systems. And it regulates a stable output voltages. Next function is integration with vehicle control systems. It receives commands from the vehicle control unit to adjust its output voltage or shut down during the low battery conditions. So lithium batteries are, when it is charged completely, it is very difficult to recharge it again. So under these conditions and the battery variations in the battery temperature, it leads to unwanted trouble for the EV vehicles. That is why it has a very good control system. Then reliability and the redundancy. It is designed to be reliable and robust and durable for considering the demanding required operations as per the conditions. The next component is the battery. Yes, it is one of the crucial component which stores the electrical energy. It is usually made up of lithium ion cells and is responsible for providing power to the motor. So mostly because lithium ion cells are available in the market and the technology is proved in various other components. Now it plays a vital role in creating the battery packs. The battery packs are designed for kilowatt hours. Based on the capacity of the battery pack, the vehicle speed and the weight of the vehicles can be decided by the OEMs. In addition to lithium ion, there are a lot of materials which are available for the battery pack in the EV, electrical vehicle sector. They are lead acid batteries, nickel metal hydride batteries, lithium ion phosphate batteries, that's LFP. Now it plays a vital role. It replaces the lithium ion cells because of the compact design and the less weight. Then nickel cobalt aluminum, then nickel cadmium, sodium ion. Recently, a lot of research work has been carried out on the aluminum air batteries. Aluminum air battery, lot of research because it reduces the cost. Then availability of aluminum is plenty. That is why mainly our Indian researchers, R&D people, they are working on the aluminum air batteries. Because lithium is available plenty in the China. So almost nowadays, almost all the OEM, they are purchasing lithiums from the China market, lithium cells. Then battery pack has been made as per the requirement of the electrical. Then China started nuclear batteries also. It does not require, once it is coming into the market, it does not require chargings. These are all the developments in the battery pack and battery materials. You can see some of the vehicles having the battery pack. The Honda E has the lowest battery pack, 35.5 kilowatts. The Corsa is having 50 kilowatt battery pack. Volkswagen 58 to 77 kilowatts. Ford Taycan 79 to 93. Then Tesla 100 kilowatt pack in the Model S. Rivian 135 kilowatt in the R1T trucks. Now General Motors are working on the 200 kilowatt batteries. Tesla is working on the 500 kilowatt batteries. These are all the development. Once the battery capacity is increased, then the charging time will be reduced. For a single charge, the travel time will be increased. Like fuels, petroleum per kilometer, here the kilowatt hour is measured the vehicle capacity. This is the cells. So individual cells are available to us connected by series and parallel as per the requirement as a pack. So you see the individual cells. So whenever it is getting charged, whatever power supply is given in this cells, whenever it produces electricity, definitely there is a lot of heat liberations. So the thermal management plays a vital role in the manufacturing of battery packs. This is a structure. We will see about these things. So electrical vehicles employ a thermal system to regulate the temperature of the battery pack and the electric motor. This helps to ensure the optimal performance, efficiency, and the safety of the components. So here the cooling system is also required, like IC engines. We are already aware that IC engines require different types of cooling systems. Here also cooling is required. We will see one system. There are a lot of methods are available for the thermal management or thermal systems. This is one method. Here, aluminum multi-port plate are bent to the S shapes. I think since it is YouTube streaming is there, I will do the verifications before streaming. While arranging the battery cells as a pack, the vibration should be avoided and the necessary cooling is required. There are a lot of methods. The liquids are used for cooling the systems, and air is also used, air fins, to reduce the heat or temperature developed between the battery packs. Here the aluminum ports are used for the to create a tube, that is a cooling tube. This is a plate, aluminum plate. Inside the coolant will be passed, where the cells can be rearranged as per the requirement. So various batteries are inserted. This is only simulation. Aluminum multi-port plates are used. The plastic insulators are used between the plate and the cells. This is a raw material which has internally hollow. The tip is made as a tube to accompany the battery size. Based on the size of the cell, this will be designed. Then batteries are inserted. This inlet and outlet port of the body flow of liquids. There are different types of battery cells available with various sizes. Depends upon the availability. The cells are arranged. It's a pack. It was inserted inside the brackets. Plastic pads are used to reduce the vibrations, because vibrations should be minimized, reduced, avoided in the assembly of cells. So rigid structure is required. Silica pads. Once it is arranged, after testing, so in the battery cooling, it can be cooled via the low temperature circuits with chiller or without chillers. So the fluids or liquids can be passed inside the vehicle, inside the tubes. Then SEBI, Bolt, they have their own system of cooling with thermal fins. They provided with thermal fins. The Tesla has its own technology for the thermal management. Because these are the recent developments, the complete technology was not revealed. But each and every OEMs, manufacturers, they are having their own system for the thermal management. So thermal management is one of the important requirements for creating a battery pack. Coming to the charger, onboard chargers, which is responsible for the AC power supply from the external source into the DC power for charging the battery. It is one of the important essential component for the plug-in and the BEVs. What is the functions of the OBE, onboard chargers? Onboard chargers is integrated into electrical vehicle, which is responsible for converting AC to DC. The ratings are measured in kilowatts, which indicates the maximum power the battery can deliver. Then rate of charging depends on the capacity of the charger. Rate of charging in the sense, now we are seeing that it may take a lot of time to charge the electrical vehicle. This is a customer's feedback. But now a lot of technology is coming, improvement has come. In that, a lot of development is also came for the quick charges. We will see in the last. Onboard chargers vary the size and the design as per the manufacturers. Because based on the vehicle model, the manufacturers are designing it various things in the onboard chargers. Presently, type 1 and type 2 and the combined charging system, CCS systems are used in the market. Now, Bharat standards is also used, like we will see. Coming to the next critical and crucial area is the battery management. Battery management system. Here, the various cells are assembled as a bag, and each cell should be monitored for the requirements. The battery management is a critical component. Its primary purpose is to monitor, control, and optimize the performance of the individual cells within the pack. So what is the thing? Cell monitoring. What are the parameters are going to be monitored? In a battery management system, the BMS continuously monitor the voltage of each individual cell within the battery pack. This ensures that no cell is overcharged or discharged beyond the limit. Then BMS measures the current flowing in and out of the battery pack. It allows to track the state of charge and the state of health of the battery. Then temperature monitoring. The BMS monitors the temperature of each cell to prevent overheating. High temperature lead to reduced battery life and certificates. So BMS may initiate cooling mechanisms whenever needed. Then cell balancing. BMS facilitates cell balancing, ensuring that all cells in the battery have a similar state of charge. There is a chance in the battery pack, one cell gets overcharged or one cell over discharged. To balance at the time of charging, at the time of giving support, there is higher voltage. It should be monitored and it should be balanced. Which cell requires higher voltage, which cells require lower voltage should be monitored and balanced by the battery management system. If some cells are consistently charged more than the others, the BMS can redistribute the charge to achieve the balanced state, which improves overall battery pack efficiency and reliability. Then overcharge and discharge protections. Overcharging and over-discharge protections. The BMS prevents the overcharging by terminating the charging processes when the cells reach the maximum voltage. It also prevents over-discharging by disconnecting the load when the cell reaches the minimum voltage. These protections are crucial for the safety. Then cell equalization. Cell equalization involves adjusting the charge of the individual cells to ensure they are all reach the same voltage level during charge. This helps to maintain the consistency and enhances the overall performance of the battery. BMS uses various algorithms and models to estimate the charge of the state of charge of the battery. This information is a crucial and essential to determine accurately the available energy in the battery and the ranges to estimate the electrical fields. In safety functions, BMS includes safety features, that is short circuit protection, overcurrent protection, thermal management to prevent the catastrophic failures. And communications and data logging, BMS communicates the parameters for the every cells with the external sources. Are they required control system, regulating systems? So it should provide the real-time data on the battery status, charging, discharging parameters. The user interface integration, in some applications, the BMS may interface with the vehicle user interface, allowing the drivers or operators to monitor the status, receive alerts, and make important decisions about the usages. We see one of the BMS system where it plays a major. Mainly in lithium-ion battery pack, it is a high energy density gas and more charge cycles. Low self-discharge rates, and it should be lightweight and compact. However, the outcome would be the hazardous if the battery is subjected to unexpected conditions. This is a criticality in the lithium-ion battery pack. So, necessary monitoring and regulating mechanisms is required. So, here the battery management system plays a vital role, which is available in the all electrical vehicles. The battery management, as we discussed earlier, it monitors the parameters of the every cell and balances the cells while charging, discharging, and all other areas. These parameters are integrated with the existing systems and the required actions are carried out automatically in the system. The BMS is a sealed pack like black boxes in the aircraft vehicles. This is a sealed pack which has a control of power electronic systems. Automatically, it will direct the regulating mechanisms to carry it out. So it is one of the safety aspect and it's a mandatory thing. When the vehicle is run during the sunny days, there is a chance of heat or hot conditions. So there is an opportunity of thermal runaways in the battery pack, which leads to flames, ignite flames in the vehicles. Similarly, when it is working on the low temperature, the viscosity of electrolyte will increase, which reduces the ionic conductivity, hence the cell's lifetime decreases. While charging, more energy enters the cell and voltage increases. Which may lead to the flame. When the battery voltage exceeds the charging voltage, the excess energy leads to the thermal runaways. The lithium-ion batteries recharges at constant current and constant safe rate. Charge at a constant safe rate. If discharged at a high current and charged too fast, the battery capacity will drop. There is why pulse charging methods have been developed, one of the fast charging methods. It applies continuous current with current pulses. Under these conditions, we need a system to monitor and regulate the temperature. There is over and under, then voltages, over and under, charge and discharge rates, and pulse charging to avoid the damages. Here, the battery management system functions for the primary purposes. It monitors the battery and estimate the protect the battery and estimate the battery state, condition of the battery, and increases or maximize the performance of the battery and give reports to the users or external devices. This is a primary purpose of the battery management. So here the battery management system monitors the battery and protect. The battery management system measures the cell voltage, cell temperature, and cell current. These are the three primary parameters that parameter is measured and the data are collected. The data is collected uses in the inbuilt-in algorithm to estimate the required parameters such as battery voltage, state of charge, state of health, temperature, battery capacity, and the critical moments. If the battery voltage rises, it cut off the charging. If cell balancing, voltage are equalized to improve the capacity. The BMS able to communicate the data to the users. Thus, BMS plays a critical role in the electrical vehicles to maintain the batteries through the protocols available in this system. This is one of the battery management systems existing in the market. This also depends upon the manufacturers, battery manufacturers. It will vary. Coming to charging systems. Charging system includes the components for charging the battery pack. This typically involves onboard chargers that converts AC power from the external sources, either from the charging station or from the home appliances, outlets, wall outlets, into DC power for the battery. Normally, we are aware about there is two types of charging methods are available: AC charging and the DC charging. In addition to this, there is an inductive and conductive charging methods also used. For charging ports, we are following the standards. This is our way we are following the combined charging systems. In this, we can give it use for the AC supply and the DC supply. So the same port will take care of the charging of the existing vehicle. Then for fast charging systems, we are using charge demo ports. Since there are a lot of manufacturers in the EV sector and they have their own technology of battery package, so they are following different charging ports for their vehicle and the system in the regions. So for North America, for AC, these type of chargers are used. DC, these type of chargers are used. In Europe countries, they are using different types of chargers. And Japan, they are using different types of chargers. China, in that market, they are using. Tesla is having their own modern ports for the standards. Nowadays, Bharat DC for charging standard is also commonly used in India. We are using CCS1, level 1 and level. Coming to charging stations, there are so many methods using for this. Home charging is a level 1 charging. Level 1 charging. We can charge the vehicles at home using the standard electrical outlet. We have the low voltage supply for the houses. Through that also you can charge the battery. The manufacturers or the vehicle manufacturers, they will suggest a suitable method and how to provide the charging system. If you are having a dedicated charging stations in the multi-story buildings or apartments, you can use level 2 charging. Level 1 is for the home applications. Based on the levels, the tariff and the other things will change, vary. That we will see in the policies. Then public charging stations. These charging stations offer level 2 AC chargers and fast TC chargers. The companies like electrical power producers and OEMs have joined hands to create a lot of public charging stations. The Wala is planning for 1 lakh charging points all over India. Already they started. And Tata Power is also planning joint hand with the petroleum bunks. They are going to create. Then Ether is created, already they created for the two-wheeler systems. These are all the public charging stations where you can drop your vehicle and you can charge. Then government initiatives also taken through the FAME 1 and 2, provide or set up charging stations through the private initiatives. Then private sectors, the companies also started. Jio, Reliance, all malls, they are planning for the charging stations, charging points. Malls and theaters are provided. Wherever we are planning to keep the vehicle for an hour, more than an hour, you can use the chargings. Then how to find the charging stations, charging locations. So once you purchase the electrical vehicles, you will be provided with an app or website through logins, where you can go and see the locations, nearby locations of the charging points and the availability of the charging stations also. You can identify, you can book your vehicle. There are charging platforms. So several mobile applications and online platforms have been developed to help the users to locate and availability and make payments through online. Then charging networks, a lot of networks has been developed. The OEMs and the public private partners, they are planning for the partnership with the malls and hotels and all. Then smart charging solutions, smart EV charging and intelligent charging. First, a system where electrical vehicle and charging devices share the data of these. Normally, presently we are using the grid to vehicle connections, G2V. Now, V2V also coming into picture. Vehicle to vehicle charging is also possible. Then portable charging devices is also available for instant charge. You can see some of the chargings available in India and methods. There are a lot of research. The startup has been planned in this area to find out the because of the streaming time. So recently in India, Jaipur, Delhi, Agra, there is a two-way e-highways where this highway has the hybrid biofuel cells, electrical vehicle charging stations, and service stations. around 500 kilometers they launched for the e-highways. In future, we can have the highway charging corridors also. The level 1 charging is the home charging system. Since this lesson is streamed YouTube, the videos are verified by the YouTube by artificial intelligence. In addition to the charging, battery swapping is also coming into market. The leading Jio and Reliance, they are working on these areas. Reliance people, they are working in the battery swapping technology. The batteries will be kept in the malls. Whenever you required a battery, you can go and get a battery for your vehicle. Replacements, you can swap the battery. This is a level 1 charging. Just you plug in the existing outlets, EV outlet, then you can plug in the vehicle to get charged. It is a slow charging methods. It will take time. So when it is in the parking lot or any other place, we can monitor the charging status. So it takes around 80 hours for empty. Then level 2 charging, you can go and charge in the charging stations. This can be monitored around 3 kilowatt per hour. It may take 2 hours from the end. These are all depends upon the capacity of the charging points, charging stations, and the vehicle, battery pack capacity of the vehicle. In addition to that, because of the waiting time and the plug in and plug out, so there are a lot of researches and innovations is going on. Once we go and park in the particular locations, automatically the vehicle detects the charging port and the charges and the rigid connections will be there. So the charging will be indicated through the indicator or dashboard or even in the phones, cell phone apps. We can check the condition, state of the charging. This is another method. It's no need to plug in. If you look, park the car near the system, automatically we will locate the. There is another method. It is under process. There are a lot of technologies coming. Automatically self-adjust the magnet. So the grip, rigid connections, robust connections will be given. Once we can go out, just to park and go out, then it will get charged. You can monitor from the apps and applications. Right. We can have the control from the external devices also. If it is charged, we can stop and then we can work on that. Right. We can monitor also. These are all the technologies going to come in the market. Once it comes to the market, so we no need to worry about the charging durations, waiting time. Then another technology, it's a conducting charging, on-road charging. While driving, the car will get charged. A lot of safety things has to be looked into this. So now that companies, they are working, research work is going on, and the live demonstrations has been done in the selected area. Pilot projects has been working on that. In this system, the electricity or the power is produced from the nearby panels to the roads. While the vehicle is moving above that coils, and the rigid connectivity is given by the arms. Once the rigid connectivity is established, while driving the vehicle gets charged. A lot of companies joined hands with the development of these systems. And it will be coming into market at the earliest. Once it is coming, then charging issues may be minimized for the vehicle, electrical vehicles. Once it is minimized, then major issues, doubts for the customer side will be reduced. Then more people may come into the pictures, come into the manufacturing of electricals. This can be used for any type of vehicle. This is a connectivity. Once it is connected while moving on the road, it will get charged. Instant charges will be there. So in charging systems, a lot of companies, as I said earlier, Ola, they are planning for charging stations and charging stations. Then Mahindra is also working on that. Reliance Jio and the British Petroleum, they already established in Delhi around 30 vehicles. They are planning for 1,500 vehicles within next 5 years. Then Ola hyper charging stations, they are working on that. It's around 35,000 in 100 cities. Then Magenta Power plus HPCL, they installed public charging stations in Navi Mumbai. Around 25 vehicles can be charged. It has fast and slow charging systems. To get the power, they are using generators, diesel generator and solar powers in the Magenta Power for public purposes. Government has a plan. All the petrol pumps should have these charging stations. And HPCL and the Tata Power is also working on the installations of the charging stations. By getting power from the government, the EV supply. This is another technology. We have to appreciate the IIT of Madras involving in the technology of flash charging. It is used for the Ashok Leyland and the ABB along with the technology of IIT Madras. They are planning for a charging, flash charging. Once the vehicle moves to the bus stops, there it will get charged. This is a TOSA technology. You can see in the policy around 600 kilowatts power supply will be given. Within 20 seconds, it will charge the buses. The charging can be carried out during loading and unloading of the passengers. The latest technology already it is implemented as a pilot This is the advantage. Around 1 second, the connector moving arm will connect with the high power supply. Then within 20 seconds, the charge will be given, which will be useful for and to travel for further 3 to 4 kilometers. Then intermittent stages, they can provide these systems for the fast chargings. This is about the charging systems, the charging stations available. These are all the major areas where we people are hesitating to go for this. So, from these things, now we may understand that for battery also, lot of technologies are coming. And for chargings also, lot of new inventions are coming. Lot of startup has been come. Then recent years, there is a battery pack. This can be taken to the vehicle whenever there is no power, instant power will be supplied. From that, we can start the vehicle and go to the required locations. Then lot of smart e-vehicles are created as a smart vehicles. It automatically connected with the OEMs and the service stations. In MG, you can see that it's a smart vehicle. Why it is smart? It will connect because inbuilt internet. Wi-Fi is connected in the vehicle automatically and the data are stored. Over a period, the design, the rigid structure which is available now may be modified and the multiple applications may come because everybody is working for the effective utilization of electrical vehicles. So these are all the things they are working on. So in future, the government is estimating that in 2030, there will be a huge penetrations in the electrical vehicle in all sectors. Then electrical mobility systems, ecosystems. The government has to provide the EV ecosystems. What are the major components of the ecosystem? The manufacturers of vehicle and batteries. The original equipment manufacturers, they have to come into automobile component manufacturing, parts manufacturing, because the existing system here in IC engines, there are a lot of manufacturing facilities available. So we in Tamil Nadu, we are the automobile hub. So now almost in all over India, around 40% vehicles are manufactured. EV vehicles are manufactured in Tamil Nadu. So there are a lot of scopes for the employment. If we gain this knowledge, it will be useful. So a lot of vehicle manufacturers and the battery manufacturers are coming. They have to given proper incentives and supports by the government, providing land, facility in the service taxes. That and all is taken care. There is a thing, vehicle and battery. Then infrastructure, charging infrastructures are required. So we have to provide the spaces for the charging points and swapping solutions and support system for the R&D facility, the innovation and startup facilities, supports for the infrastructures, charging infrastructure. Then we require rules and regulations. The Niti Aayog has given directions for all the state governments to create their own policies to implement and maximize the EV in the automobile sectors. Then power, electricity is another requirement. The power we have to provide a smart grids and small grids for the requirements. In addition to the electric EV, existing electrical power, we have to go for the renewable energies also. For that, lot of subsidies and support systems are available by the both the governments, central and state governments. That is also very much useful for us. We can work on that. Then consumers, end of the day, consumers, mainly for consumers. So like this, capacity building program has to be done. Then all education institutions, higher education institutions, and the training centers, skill training centers, they have to provide the technology as well as the support systems for the customers to transfer from the existing electrical vehicle to IC engines to EVs. Then there are the government initiatives. Coming to the government initiatives, the government has created FAME 1 and FAME 2. In that, there is faster adoption and the manufacturing of hybrid electric vehicles. And the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan has been created by India. Then electrical vehicle policies of various states. Even our government of Tamil Nadu in 2019, they have given EV policies. Then revisions has been made in 2023. Now 2023 policies existing in the market. In that, more focuses has been given in all sectors related to electrical vehicles. Then manufacturers, almost all the Hyundai, Tata Motors, Mahindra, and the MG, they are in the market. And a lot of startup companies also coming into the market to manufacture the electrical vehicles, either two-wheelers or four-wheelers and buses. And Ashok Leyland is also working on that EV buses. Then electric mobility ecosystems, technology and innovation, ongoing advancements in battery technology, energy storage, in the electric drive components, and the driving improvements in the performance and affordability of the electric vehicles. This is a focus of the electric mobility ecosystem. Then awareness and the consumer educations. So various forums, they are doing the awareness programs and the capacity building programs for the technical persons and the skill trainings for the technicians has been arranged. The various activities has been done. And collaboration and partnerships under collaborations between government bodies, private companies, and the international organizations are fostering the development of the electrical mobility ecosystems. The partnerships are crucial for addressing challenges and promoting domestic approaches. So government has a lot of collaborations with the international organizations to transfer the technologies in all the areas. The main objective of the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan in India is to encourage widespread adoption in the electrical vehicles, to reduce dependence on conventional fuels and lower emissions, to promote sustainable and environmental friendly transportations. This is the main objective of the NEMFP in India. To encourage these things, they provided various incentives and subsidies. Then a lot of MOU has been given and facilities has been provided for the charging infrastructure development. Recently, for urban department, they made a circular. If it is, you are having 50 plus apartments in a complex, you should provide a charging points or charging stations with subsidized tariffs. Like that, its instruction has been given. Then it is going to be mandatory for the future constructions, gated communities, and apartments. Then technology development in various areas, battery management, batteries, pack manufacturing, all supportive systems, then drive manufacturing, drive systems, technologies for the drives, and coolant, thermal system, thermal management systems are the major area they are focusing, and a lot of subsidies to encourage the manufacturers and partners or innovators to come into the practice. Then fleet electrifications is also a major thing. All public and the private partnerships has been created. The transportation department has to create a electrification structure in that things. Then they are planning for around 30% of vehicles, buses, public transports will be transferred as EV buses. For that, all infrastructures and other things has to be apart. For that, the facility has been given in India. Then public awareness and education, then international cooperation. These are all the major things they are focusing. We see the FAM phase 1. It was launched in 2015. Initially, it was planned for 2 years. Then it is extended for subsequently. The objective is to encourage the adoption of electric and hybrid vehicle across various segments, all the segments. They focuses for the two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, and trucks. And provide financial incentives for manufacturers as well as consumers to promote the production and purchase of around 40,000 rupees to certain percentage of subsidies has been provided, both manufacturers as well as consumers. Then support the development of the charging infrastructure. Key features: subsidies for the purchase of electric and hybrid vehicle, incentives for electric and hybrid vehicle manufacturers to promote the development and manufacturing of such vehicles in India. So the Make in India scheme, Bharat Nirman schemes, and focusing for the manufacturing of the EV related components in India. Support for research and development, then focus on the public awareness and pilot projects for the electrifications and public transportations are the key features of the FAM 1. And FAM 2 has been implemented, launched in 2019. Was initially planned for 3 years. Aim is to accelerate the adoption of electric and hybrid. So after the FAM 1, the lot of people coming into market. Even though the OEMs are hesitate to come into the picture, lot of startup and innovators are coming. There is various vehicles you have seen, the PAYO, the other startup companies. They come now. They are playing a major role in the e-vehicle sectors. FAM 2 accelerate the adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles, which strengthen the charging infrastructure, encourage the development of technology and the manufacturing capacities of the electric vehicle scooters. Key feature: continued financial incentives for vehicle buyers with focus on electric two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and buses. Initially, the e-vehicle, we thought that the e-vehicle will penetrate more on the car, four-wheelers. But it is a reverse because of the cost and other things. Now, the buses, heavy trucks are coming into picture. They started manufacturing e-vehicles in addition to the two-wheeler sector, two-wheeler and three-wheelers. Subsidies for setting up charging infrastructure to boost the charging network and to shift towards the supporting electrifications in public and shared transportations. And incentives for the adoption of electrical vehicles in the commercial sector. The FAM 2, they allocated a budget of around 10,000 crores for the 3-year. Then recently they launched product linked incentive schemes. In addition to the EV vehicles, they focus on the related products of the electrical vehicles. The scheme provides financial incentives to the companies that produce goods in the targeted sector, thereby encouraging domestic manufacturing, boosting exports, and enhancing India's competitiveness in global markets. The PLI scheme for electrical vehicle covers entire ecosystem, including vehicle, advanced automotive technologies, and the critical components such as batteries, electric drive trains, power electronics, and the charging infrastructure. So all the products related to electrical vehicles also given incentive through PLI scheme. The government provides support to the companies participating in the PLI scheme through policy measures, infrastructure development, and the collaborative efforts to create an enabling environment for the electrical vehicle industries. This area government is supporting. It provides the supports to the OEMs. Then coming to electrical vehicle policy 2023, our Tamil Nadu government has played a vital role in creating the EV policies. They focused in the all the areas. The aim of the Tamil Nadu, we should be preferred as a destination for EV manufacturing in Southeast Asia. Already we are the automobile hub. That is why we are focusing on the Southeast Asia. We want to be dominant. We should be the best destination for international people coming into this. Already lot of MOU has been coming towards the EV related segments. For that, develop a robust infrastructure and industrial ecosystem to attract manufacturing units and create indigenous EV manufacturing value chains by attracting EV OEMs and the component manufacturers to establish the units in the state. Then the focus on the to accelerate adoption of EVs in Tamil Nadu. It provides initial impetus for early adopters in electrical vehicles through special demand incentives. Then develop charging infrastructure with favorable power tariffs through public and private measures. So they have made a lot of tariff changes for the charging stations and to develop the infrastructure further. Then to enhance the development of EV ecosystem in Tamil Nadu, we develop industry academia linkages to create the skilled workforce in the EVs. Because as per the expectations of Tamil Nadu EV policy 2023, around 1 lakh new vacancies has been created, may be created by the investments. For that, there is a huge placement opportunities are available. For that, the government plans to have a proper industry and academia linkages to create a skilled workforce and promote R&D and innovations in automotive and shared mobility, to promote recycling industries to develop circular economy in the state. So the recycling, so recently central government has released a recycling policy also. To develop the EV cities in Tamil Nadu. So government of Tamil Nadu focuses pilot cities, around 6 cities they identified as a pilot cities to implement the e-mobility systems. As per the policy 2023, all initiatives has been started. Chennai, Coimbatore, Tiruchirappalli, Madurai, Salem, and Tirunelveli are the 5 cities identified for the implementing e-mobility solutions. Then promote electrification of commercial and public transport. There are a lot of initiatives has been taken to promote the public transport fleets. There are almost all the cities, in the metro cities, 30% of the buses, public transports, will be converted as electric vehicle buses. In the some of the key points we will see in the EV policies. As per Tamil Nadu Industry Policy 2021, the analysis includes investment in R&D, such as land, building, plant, and the machine. To encourage R&D in EV manufacturing, EFPA includes the following intangible R&D related expenditure subject to a ceiling of up to 25% of the analysis. It is expenditure incurred on new R&D and the expenditure related to transfer of technology. In the earlier policies, the research and development, the support was given. Now the expenditure incurred for the research and development to motivate the inventors or innovators and startup people to go for the recent technologies. For that, the government is giving some subsidy as a special manufacturing package. Their industry policy has also been accepted for this. Then investment promotion subsidies based on the investment, the reimbursement of state government sales tax, turnover based subsidy based on the turnover, the subsidies will be given. Capital subsidies, initial investments also they are planning, and special advanced chemistry cell capital. It's exclusively for the battery cells, chemistry cells area also focused. If it is a new or expansion of the projects in the manufacturing of electrical vehicles based on the electrical vehicle policy 2019, if they are the projects, they can also use this subsidy. That is EV components, EV vehicle supply equipments, or EV charging infrastructure. The state can avail incentives under any one of the 4 options. Of the 4 options, based on the requirement of the new projects, they can avail any one of the promotion subsidy provided in the EV policies. In addition to that, they are giving electricity tax exemptions for certain period. If it is a public fleet or a government fleet, government they are planning for a private combined with the private partners. For that, they are giving land as well as electricity through EV. Then they will plan, the EV electricity board will form a committee or regulatory commission. That commission will fix the tariff based on the availability and the usage and the locations. Then stamp duty exemptions for registration and other things has been given. Then subsidy for the land, cost of the land, initial investment. Then employment incentive. In that also employers will be provided as EPF. EPF will be paid by the government for a certain period, depends upon the number of employers in the industry for the EV sectors. Then green industry incentives, quality certification incentives. If any company is going for a quality certifications or intellectual property, for that also government is giving an incentive. They are motivating the people to go for the patent with the properties and they go for the quality manufacturing. These are the major areas. Then interest subventions also given by the in the EV policies. Demand side, based on the demand, the electrifications of vehicular fleets in the state. Now, EV policy, as per the policy, 30% of the electric buses by 2030 in the metro cities. Then related infrastructure has to be created for charging by the transport authorities, transport regulators. Then promoting EVs in manufacturing facilities. Around 25% subsidy has been given based on the conditions. Then demand aggregations also given for the demand sides. They focus on the regulatory measures and concessions also in the city building course by the Urban Development Department to provide charging infrastructures in the apartment as said clearly. So they have given a mandatory regulations for the charging infrastructures if the apartment is having more than 50 flats. Some revised transport regulations of electrical vehicles, the registrations and the permit charges, and the board, type of the board, which is name boards with the regulations. These things also revised. And private vehicles, shared mobility, and the commercial vehicle segment. To increase the swapping technologies in the malls and the other places to coming into the charging infrastructure. There are guidelines given for the peoples. Then for private vehicles also, the mobility plan has been given by the government in the policies. Then exemption of or waiver of road tax or registration charges is also given in the e-vehicle policies. The exemptions gives the road tax exemptions, waiver on registration charges and fees, waiver on permit fees. These are all given for the particular sector of the vehicles with capacity, power vehicle capacity. Then registrations of commercial electrical vehicles also coming. Not only the passenger vehicles, you can register commercial vehicles also in the EV sector that they can also avail the benefits from the policies. Then special demand side incentives. Electrifications of commercial vehicles is economically viable and provides higher benefits due to higher utilization rates and faster payback periods versus private vehicles and as it is a service in the market. So payback period also they are giving, then initiatives has been taken. Then the government of Tamil Nadu shall seek to provide this initial impetus for driving EV adoptions in the state by incentivizing commercial vehicles by providing incentives till 2025 of December. Then charging infrastructure area also, government interventions, charging stations, private sectors and for publics. The private sectors also came into the charging stations that they can use it for the public charges. Then tariff for the EV charging. So new category of tariff for the private charging stations and battery swapping stations. Like public, private charging stations also given some incentives. And they encourage the battery swapping stations. The focus is given in the policies. Then reduction in the demand charges. Then reduction in the energy charges. And they are encouraged for the renewable energies. The source of the power, they can go for the renewable, solars and other sources of power generations. Then incentives for charging stations. incentives for the public battery swapping stations is also focused in the EV policies. The capacity building and skilling, the higher education institutions are given directions to implement in the curriculum. So based on the 2019 policy, we have introduced the e-vehicle technology and its policy for all the departments. Now the enhancements should come by the revised regulations. Like that, all higher education institutions should take part in the development, technology revolutions. Then skilling, all Tamil Nadu skill development centers, international skill development centers should focus on producing the technicians for the requirement of the industries. There are huge demand is going to arise. If you have the skills in the EV technology in any one of the area, then you will be demanded. Then industry academia linkages, connecting the industries with the educational institutions is a major focus of the EV policies. There is a lot of skill related courses has been introduced in the educational institutions, and a lot of seminars and the capacity building programs can be organized and arranged with the help of the industry partners. R&D and the business incubation. This policy, lot of support has been given for the research and development. For research and development, there are a lot of incentives and a lot of incubation centers they are creating. Government, they are creating the incubation centers where the R&D, those who require R&D works, they can utilize the resources available in the centers. Even public and private partnerships has been initiated. A lot of CSR initiatives has been started for implementing these things. So this is a major requirement, and the promotions for R&D is given in the focus is given in the Tamil Nadu Electrical Vehicle Policy 2023. Then emerging sector seed funds is also provided. Then research and technology fund also. Research for research and technology funds also provided to the Tamil Nadu EV Policy 2023. Then create a circular sustainable economy. So renewable energy sourcings, retrofitting and remanufacturing, then recycling, then creation of EV parks and vendor ecosystems, promoting the startups in the EV sector, then investment facilitations, and creating EV cities in Tamil Nadu, township systems. They identified. These are all the focus given in the Tamil Nadu e-vehicle policy to create a circular sustainable economy. These are the major things in the EV policies. Now the forum can be open for the question and answers sessions.
Please feel free for the interactive session.
You can share your feedbacks also. These are the initial initiatives by the Tamil Nadu State Council for Technical Education. Another sir, அவங்க unmute
Yes,
பண்ணிருக்கா?
sir. Yes, sir. சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Unmute பண்ணிருக்கா? அவங்க யாராவது கொஸ்டின் பண்ணா கேட்கலாம். We can go
Okay,
back.
sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. Sir, anybody can unmute, sir.
So very good morning, sir. Tenmuri here from Tamil Nadu Polytechnic College.
Morning, madam. Morning, madam.
Program was really wonderful. ரொம்ப extensive எல்லா பாயிண்ட்ஸுமே டச் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. The most wanted part is the battery management system. ரொம்ப நல்லா கொடுத்திருந்தீங்க sir. And sir, can you explain to our students that what are the job opportunities recently available in electric vehicle field? அப்புறம் தொழில் தொடங்கணும்னா entrepreneurship opportunities இதுல என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு நீங்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும் sir.
So now that the major demand, by the way, here we installed one EV technology laboratory, madam. In our institution, we are having EV technology laboratory. In that, we are focusing retrofitting for the students. Then another area we are focusing creating battery packs. We purchased the cells and asked the boys to create a battery pack for the requirement. Then in that, after that, they are doing some assembly, the retrofitting of the e-bikes, e-cycles, like that they are doing. It was very much wonderful. When we discussed with the manufacturers of EV sectors, vehicle manufacturers, they are telling that even though electrical or mechanical students, they doesn't know the soldering and identifying the harness, a lot of vehicles are there. These are the things they have to know. Rather than the technology, they have to focus. So this is fundamental, only technician level assembling because of the importance, because battery pack is a critical component. It has a series and parallel circuits connections, and it should be vibration resistance, high temperature period. So these techniques are, they are unable to teach during the employment. That is why they are focusing. If the students have the knowledge of the assembly line and the battery manufacturing, there is a huge demand. They are ready to take as their requirement if they have the skills. So students can focus on that is assembly of the battery pack rather than the manufacturing, because it completely is electrical motors. That is inbuilt structures. Only the battery pack and the harness identification and assembly of the EV sectors, they required technicians.
Okay, sir. And about the entrepreneurship opportunities, if they are willing to have
Entrepreneurs,
starting
plenty of opportunities are available, ma'am. For entrepreneurs, plenty of startups and entrepreneurs, plenty of opportunities are there, mainly in the battery technology. The battery technology is a huge requirement because of the cost of the vehicle. Around 30% of the cost is given to the batteries. The cost reduction is required. In addition to that, safety of the battery.
Okay.
A lot of materials are available. Lot of research has been done. Even the nuclear battery is tested. These are all proven technology. But on road, bring the proven technology into the market is a tedious task. In that area, lot of researchers and entrepreneurs, they can come into the charging stations, charging infrastructures. There is a huge demand. There is a huge demand. The government is also giving lot of subsidies. If they coming into that, they will get the great opportunities to become an entrepreneur.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have one doubt here. Like, charging stations வந்து supply பண்றது generating stations தான். But still more of our generating stations are coal fired and it is only conventional. They are not non-conventional. அப்படி இருக்கக்கூடிய பட்சத்துல how do you say this is green energy?
We have to minimize, madam, because now we cannot say, because even PS6 also, we are not minimizing the emission of the IC engine. We are controlling the emission of the IC engines. So in EV also, we are going for one side. We cannot avoid complete electricity because we are taking power from the EV grid only. When you go for the grid, then it should be generated. When it is generated, then the power plant will produce pollutions and emissions. Instead of the IC engines, instead of vehicles, the power plant. That is why we have to go for the alternative energies. Even that in Navi Mumbai, they installed one power plant for 25 charging stations, India government, 25 charging stations. It was, they are not getting power from the grid. They are generating from the diesel engine and solar powers.
Diesel engine kuda, it is again an oil.
Solar is
They
diesel
can
is
go for solar and wind.
solar is a supplement, but because renewable, there is sustainability and these things are there. Reliability are the matters. Again, you can go for the storing of in the DC, then DC to DC will be coming into the picture. That is a thing. But directly, once this is coming into the market, automatically small grids will be developed. We no need to depend on the grids, direct grids. Now the small grids will develop.
Okay, sir. Sir, one thing I want to know, sir. Like now, government is giving subsidy for our terrace building solar in every houses. Will that be enough to charge an electric scooter or an electric car?
So that is enough, madam. But when you are going for institution, because we are having around 215 kilowatt of solar power plant in our institutions. Because of the revised tariff, so we are paying more. Because now presently, when we supply the current to we are generating from renewable energy and it should be supplied to the grid. Then it is taken as a input for the AB. Then whatever we are consuming for that, they are giving some charges and bills, and whatever we are generating, they are giving certain net bill we go to pay. Then there is no grid, that is a plus minus deductions has been removed from the revised tariff. It will not be worked out. But when we go to the power rating, it again depends on the battery, that is a solar capacity of the battery. We can make it as a charging point, because now the vehicles are coming with solar power supplement.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Very nice of you. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Sir, good afternoon.
Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come, sir.
Myself, Dr. Morrison from VS. Sir.
Yes, sir.
So this session was very useful for us, sir. We enjoyed along with our students, sir, mechanical and electrical engineering students, sir. So special thanks to Professor SUGUMARAN, sir, and the Tamil Nadu State Council for Technical Education. Sir, really, we have enjoyed.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, one more clarification, sir. Actually, in our institute, we have a model EV lab, sir. Is there any provision for establishing the complete setup with industrial support, sir?
The thing is, sir.
Or can we have a EV R&D center at a diploma level institution, sir?
The thing is, because the technology is new and the different manufacturers, every manufacturers, they are keeping as a patented or security purposes. They are not revealing the complete technology. It's not coming into the market. So whatever the things is available, the principles only we are getting. Based on the principles, we can create our own setups.
Can we have support from industry, sir?
Yes, yes, definitely they will support, sir, because the industry people, they are in demand of the technicians.
Okay, sir.
If you approach the people, definitely they will support, because we established around 6 lakhs rupees. One industry only supported us, completely sponsored by the industry. Now the technology lab has been effectively utilized by our automobile department. Then the manufacturers of EV sectors, EV components, when they are visiting, they are appraising, that is, they are seeing that, okay, they are appreciating our efforts and our knowledge of the students. We can do so. Then even IIT Madras is supporting. IIT, they are having angel investors and seed money also they are giving. They are supporting for the investment of the new technological laboratories. That you can approach them also. You will have opportunities.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
Happy I was
Anybody else?
of BSV and Polytechnic College.
Hello, sir. Are you hearing?
Yes,
Good
sir,
morning,
yes,
sir.
Yes, yes,
GPT
please go on,
Trichy.
please go on.
HOD Mechanical from GPT Trichy.
Sir.
Sir, very nice
Yes, sir.
content we are covering. So all our GPT students are engaged current session. So who are now unknown that EV, they have to come to know all the aspects of the electrical vehicle regarding battery and then everything. So you are covering the 2 hours is very essential. So I extra knowledge getting from EV, sir. So thank you very much. So once again, I see my friend Sugumaran present here. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, we planned this program for the faculties first.
Yes,
Then
sir.
lot of institutions they requested because students now they are studying. Okay,
Hello,
make
sir.
it plan. Yes. Please.
Sir, in my college also many students are viewing this program.
Thank you.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, sir. Okay, no one is coming up.
Sir, better
And it was an
plan to
awful
conduct
and-
FDB for our staff also. It will be very essential.
Yes, we will work out on that,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We will
Okay,
work
okay,
on
sir.
that. We will have a FTP in our institution with the support.
Sir, at TR Polytechnic, உங்களுடைய
Yes, yes, our infrastructure, ma'am. In our infrastructure, we will work out 2 days or 3 days program.
okay.
நான் போட்டு ப்ளூ கலர் சூப்பரா இருக்கா அது ஒரு சைடு கேட்கல கைட்டிட்டு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஊதி போட முன்னாடி கேட்கும்.
So I have to thank our management for this opportunity because they are the support and in the financial side as well as the infrastructure side. We have very good infrastructure. Whenever you are coming to the Chennai, you can visit us.
செக் ஹலோ நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்லாம் பாத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க சார் ஸ்டாஃப் ஹலோ யூடியூப்ல பண்ணலாம்.
Whenever you are coming to the sir.
ஹலோ சார் சஞ்சய் குமார் ஹலோ
Hello,
ஹலோ
go ahead, go ahead.
ஹலோ ஆடியோ
Go ahead, sir.
சார்
You are audible, go ahead.
ஹலோ
பேசுங்க,
Hello?
பேசுங்க.
ஹலோ சார்
Hello, please go on.
Sanjay Kumar, please tell me.
Hello. Is anyone else? Hello. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Come on, sir,
Kumar
carry
Pradhan.
on.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Huh?
Please.
Hello.
Yes,
You
you
are
are audible. Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
So,
Hello.
Kumar, sir, you are audible. You can talk. He is in the cell phone. He is unable to.
Hello. Hello, Ashok Kumar Palam. Sanjay Kumar, American Daily. Sanjay Kumar.
His network may be slow.
Hello.
Sanjay Kumar. Sanjay Kumar.
Hello, is anyone on the line?
Yes.
Hello. Please talk.
I think nobody is there, sir. Okay.
Hello,
Okay, sir. Sir, yes.
sir. Myself, Thamarichengan from Kogunadu Polytechnic College, sir. 705.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I think so. Past third year, we are assembling two. One is e-cycle and another one is e-bike.
Yes.
Sir, myself, Thamarichengan from Kogunadu Polytechnic College, sir. 705.
Yes, sir.
Sir, hello.
Yes, sir. சொல்லுங்க தாமரை செல்வம், please.
சார் ஒன்றும் இல்லை சார். இப்போ இந்த அப் மோட்டர் வச்சு கனெக்ஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கும் நார்மல் மோட்டர்ஸ் கனெக்ஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கும் என்ன சார் டிஃபரன்ஸ், மேஜர் டிஃபரன்ஸ் என்ன சார் வரும்?
So,
ஏன்னா இப்போ மார்க்கெட்ல இருக்கிற வெஹிக்கிள்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஹப் மோட்டர் கனெக்ஷன் தான் சார்.
hub motor drive connector direct it transmits power to the wheel. When you go for attachments, drive chain systems is required.
Okay, sir.
Driving system or a differential system units to transfer the powers. Additional thing, when it is coming to that, the drive motors plus differential is coming, then the load matters and the driving, the torque and speed also matters. That is a matter. Otherwise, if it is directly connected like up, but up also that is load carrying capacity will vary. These are all other parameters technologically. These are the parameters which is suitable we can form. Because up is easy for two-wheelers. That is why now they are using the up motors for the two-wheelers.
Even four-wheeler also they are using hub motor, sir.
Because of the load conditions.
No.
Weight of the vehicle, then drive capacity, torque and other speeds. Only thing is additional transmissions are required. Drive train system.
Sir, can we use e-vehicle and chips?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else, sir? Okay, Professor Sugumaran, sir. It was unapologetically an awesome presentation. Everybody got benefited by this, and I hope to do much more like this in future. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you all the participants.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Julius, sir, for your effort.
Sir?
Thank you. Then please share the feedback to my email ID of TNSTC. You can share your feedback to the TNSTC also. Thank you for all the participants. Thank you for the students. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anandan. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll wind up, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
nice.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.